Hey everyone, welcome back to In the Alley. My name is Cody. Glad you guys are back for another video. This is part 1 of our week 6 recap. Part 1 is going to include the very first couple of games on Saturday. Part 2 in another video will include the second half of Saturday games, and then we'll have our own Sunday recap. So if you're looking for part 2, that includes Fishers in Iowa, Arizona and Northern Arizona. That'll be a separate video, and then the Sunday's games, obviously, separate video there. So if you are here for Vegas and San Antonio, Jacksonville and Quad City, let's do it. Heading out to the Lone Star State, where we start off with Vegas on their first drive. It's a motion jet sweep to the left. Quentin Randolph is going to get in and start the scoring. Breaking news, San Antonio can run the ball, and Guy Myers is going to dive in for 6. Tie game here early in the second quarter, but not for long. It is a handoff up the middle. Keyshawn Harper is going to break the tie, 14-7 Gunslingers. First IFL start for Jayden de Laura. He's doing well until right now. He's going to not escape the pocket, and just go down for a sack. Let's go about midway through the second quarter here. Jayden de Laura is going to find CJ Wyndham on the right side of the end zone and in for the touchdown. However, right before the end of the first half, Vegas' defense says we can get to the quarterback too, and they sack Guy Myers. Very next play here, 3rd and 15, Guy Myers is going to be pressured again by that defense, rolls out of the pocket, throws end zone, it's intercepted by Elijah Blades, no points come of it. Picking things up in the second half now, San Antonio is going to have an RPO keeper. Guy Myers says, "Get off of me," and he's going to take it all the way in for another score. Vegas wanting to tie this game up, and they will do just that. It is a motion handoff, and Antonio Wimbush is in. On the 2-point try, it is going to be an octopus. It's when a player scores the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Antonio Wimbush gets all 8. First play of the fourth quarter, we are tied at 21. It is going to be Jayden de Laura looking left in an out route. Quentin Randolph loves that left side of the end zone. 3rd and goal from the 1. Guy Myers is going to take the snap, and he's going to use all 6'6" of his frame to go in for 6 points. 3rd and 7 facing Vegas. De Laura takes the snap, looks, pump fakes, looks. He finds a wide open Tamarian Terry, who takes it all the way into that left side of the end zone again. And on the 2-point try to make it a 7-point game, Antonio Wimbush says, "Give me that, and I'm going to give it a 7-point game." Under a minute to go, 4th and 4. Guy Myers is going to look. He's going to overthrow his target, 35-28. Vegas wins this one. Let's take it out to the Quad Cities, where we are going to start the game with a Mark Orozco deuce, baby. 2-0 for the Sharks to start the game. First drive of the game, it's going to be a play-action pass. DeQuan Neal escapes the pressure, throws. It's going to be tipped and intercepted by the Sharks. However, wackiness ensues on the very next play, a botched handoff, and is going to be recovered by Quad City. There you go. Taking advantage of the field position, Neal takes the snap, drops back, looks, Jordan Vesey, and he's going to drag defenders across the goal line and in for the touchdown. 4th and 1 for the Sharks. Barker sends his men in motion. RPO keeper, he has the first down, but he gets stood up, and somewhere along the way, Cameron Harrell comes up with this football. It's a fumble recovery for Quad City. 6 and change left to go in the first quarter. Neal sends his men in motion, drops back, has some time, throws this one just utterly deep into the end zone, and Jordan Vesey leaps and catches it. My goodness, what a touchdown. Final play of the first quarter here, under 30 seconds. It's a pitch out to the left side, and Edward Vander, the former Steam Wheeler, is going to carry it into the end zone. And just for good measure, after that, Mark Orozco is going to kick it, and it is another deuce. 1st and 10 on the Jacksonville side of the field. DeQuan Neal finds a wide open Gino Appleberry. I don't know how he got that open. 4th and goal here. It's going to be Barker sending his men in motion on a quick comeback route. It's going to be caught, but it's ruled incomplete after a challenge. No touchdown, turnover on downs. Next possession, it's the Steam Wheelers taking the snap. Neal looks back. He's going to throw this one deep as well, but it's going to be into double coverage and intercepted again by the Sharks. Malik Jones. All right, this play is filthy. 2nd and 10. Barker sends his men in motion, empty backfield. He heaves a deep, busted coverage. Jaden Stoshak walking backwards to score the touchdown. 1-minute warning in Moline, empty backfield for DeQuan Neal. He throws between 2 defenders. Davion Johnson, touchdown, Steam Wheelers. Some points for Jacksonville before the half is going to be Mark Orozco with a 34-yard field goal. It's up. It is good at 28-21, Wheelers by 7. However, not the final play of the first half. It's going to be DeQuan Neal looking to the right side. He finds Jordan Vesey, and what a turn, and up into the end zone as we end the half. Let's start it off in the second half. It's a motion handoff. Edward Vander up the middle. No one is going to catch him. Well, someone will try to, but he's still going to take it in for the touchdown. 3rd and 4 from the 4-yard line. It's going to be Daquan Neal on a play action. Defense is going to get there, strip the ball. Quad City's still going to recover it, leading to a 4th down. 4th and 19, and Kyle Kaplan doesn't even get set, but he still drills this 34-yard field goal to extend the lead. Ready for a crazy-ass play? 1st and goal from the 6. Caleb Barker is going to look, throw over the middle. It's intercepted by Bubba Arslani, and he is not touched. He's going to shake a tackle. He's going to have blockers. He's going to get it all the way out to midfield. He's going to get a face mask somewhere in here. He's going to shake a tackle. There's the face mask right there. As he recorrects his helmet, he loses the football, and David Cagle recovers it. On the next possession, it is 1st and goal. And it's going to be Daquan Neal on a designed quarterback rush up the middle. It's a 9-yard touchdown for the Wheelers. However, Sharks not going away here. End of the 3rd quarter, Caleb Barker, tush push. He is in for the touchdown. 1st and 10, 12 and a half to play. Daquan Neal sends his men in motion. It's a handoff up the middle. Shaking tackles. Gino Appleberry, 18 yards out. Touchdown, Wheelers. And just for good measure, Kyle Kaplan is going to drill this deuce to make it 54-35. Under a minute to go here from his own end zone. Blaine Espinoza in at quarterback for the Sharks. He's going to lose the football. Keyshawn Moore is going to fall on it. Touchdown, Quad City. And with the game well in hand here, it's just going to be a garbage time touchdown. Blaine Espinoza is going to roll out of the pocket, fire into the end zone. 62-41. Quad City takes the victory. All right, so now that both those recaps are over, or the highlights at least, let's look at the stats and everything like that. So as they pop up over my face, let's take a look. 35-28, Vegas takes the victory on the road, 14 points in the 4th quarter. It was kind of a nice little back and forth game between these two. Vegas ended up scoring there from Tamarian Terry to Jaden, or from Jayden de Laura to Tamarian Terry for the 2-point conversion to make it a 7-point game. Overall, though, not a bad start for Jayden de Laura. I did not think that he would get the start, but not bad. You get a 1-0 victory in your first start. So 11-15 for him, 113 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, and leading rusher too, 62 yards on 8 carries, no touchdowns to speak of though. Quentin Randolph, your leading receiver when it comes to yardage, 39 yards, 3 catches, 1 touchdown. For San Antonio, Guy Myers, 15 of 20, so a pretty good day passing. No touchdowns, though, 126 yards, 1 interception. And then something we haven't seen in quite a while, Guy Myers, your leading rusher, they ran the ball pretty well. We'll talk about that in a sec. 20 carries, 73 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Glenn Gibbons is your leading receiver, 5 catches, 57 yards, no touchdowns. Taking a look at the team stats over here, let's talk about yardage before we talk about like 3rd and 4th downs and stuff like that. But overall, a pretty even game for both teams. Total yards off by just 2, and fairly even when it comes to passing and rushing. Like I said, just a couple more passes for San Antonio, couple more rushing yards for Vegas. It was a pretty even game, I'm not going to lie to you, and fairly turnover free as well. Only 1 turnover, which was Guy Myers' interception. Penalties, I mean, it was pretty even there too. Not too many penalties, dare I say the right amount that you think would be called. Overall though, I think it kind of hinged on 3rd downs and 4th downs, which both teams were pretty good. I mean, 50%, a little over for San Antonio. Not too bad. Like, this was a very, very even game. And you kind of just wonder, would this have hinged differently if Jerome Johnson was the starting quarterback or if Malik Henry was the starting quarterback? We don't know. And I'm not going to speculate on any of that kind of stuff, says what we have here. But overall, both teams ran the ball well. Both teams passed the ball well. And yeah, I mean, Vegas just kind of came out on top. They just made one more stop than they had to, than San Antonio did, and that's where we have it. So a pretty good game, pretty even game between these two teams, and Vegas just kind of, they just had to come out on top. You know, last possession wins, and that's exactly what they had to do. A couple of possessions there in the second half for them to get right back into it and take the lead. San Antonio comes back and takes the lead. So that's where we kind of have it, man. I mean, pretty good rushing, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Rushing for San Antonio, something you haven't seen in quite a while, including last season, including this season up until now. Guy Myers kind of had free range to do whatever. 20 of the 27 carries for him. That's pretty good. He took off when he needed to, and that's kind of what helped San Antonio stay in this game and have a chance to win it at least. So I hope to see more running, and I hope that offense can get better for San Antonio. Like I said, it's not bad, but you wonder if Jerome Johnson could have scored more points for Vegas. We don't know. We just don't know. And again, I'm not going to speculate on that, but at the same time, you hope that the offense for San Antonio can get things going. 28 points. We aren't seeing the Sam Castronova, and I know expectations are high when it comes to that stuff, but we kind of have to taper those expectations right now, and that's kind of where we're at. So 35-28, there's your final. Let's go check out our second recap. All right. Stat recap number 2, Jacksonville and Quad City, and this was a close game until it wasn't, and it was still kind of close. I mean, we're talking about, what, a 21? I mean, yeah, maybe more of a dominating performance for Quad City when it comes to that, but stats over the face, let's get into it. Leaders for both sides: Caleb Barker, 13 of 27, 178 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Edward Vander, your leading rusher, 14 carries, 68 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Jaden Stoshak, your leading receiver, 4 catches, 80 yards, 1 touchdown. On the other side, Daquan Neal, only 6 of 10. So he didn't throw the ball a lot, but when he did, it mattered. 130 yards, 5 touchdowns. So 6 completions, 5 of them for touchdowns, 2 picks. Geno Appleberry, 9 carries, 54 yards, 1 touchdown. And Jordan Vesey, 3 catches, 81 yards, 3 touchdowns. A Randy Moss stat line, and 3 of those touchdowns out of the 5 from Daquan Neal. Looking over at the team stats for both of these sides, just take a look at the yardage and things first. Jacksonville having to play from behind, most likely having more, passing yards and things along those lines. Only 1 interception to speak of, though, through all that passing, almost 200 yards. But 16 to 30, Blaine Espinoza got in there towards the end of the game as well. 81 yards rushing, that's not bad considering everything that Jacksonville is dealing with when it comes to running back injuries. For Quad City, they really didn't need to pass the ball too much. They were running really well. Appleberry, Daquan Neal, any fly sweeps, things like that, they were running really well. And then they would just deep shot, Jordan Vesey, you're up there, buddy. You're, screw it. He's down there somewhere. And that's kind of what they did in the passing game. So overall, I mean, yardage, yeah, Jacksonville's going to beat them in yardage, but at the same time, Quad City didn't need to do too much. Let's take a look further down. Penalties, a few more penalty yards for Jacksonville, and then the turnover battle. 3 lost fumbles for Jacksonville, only the 2 interceptions for Quad City, but 4 total turnovers for Jacksonville. You wonder if that could have turned the tables a little bit. Have they not given up too many turnovers? Quad City got some points off of them, and that's where we're at. It also doesn't help that they went 4 of 8 on third downs to Jacksonville. Getting in third down and kind of living and dying by it throughout this game. They went 50%, but 0 for 3 on fourth downs. They were kind of living and dying by it, and they kind of died by it here. And it was kind of a close game, I'm not going to lie to you. Quad City was only 2 for 4. They didn't have too many third downs. But like I said, it was kind of close. It was pretty close. At one point, it was 45-35 at the end of the third quarter. And then Quad City just kind of went on their run there at the end of the fourth quarter to kind of put things away. But at the very beginning of the game, it was fairly close. We're talking 14-11. We're talking 21-18, like 3-point games and things like that. But Quad City ended up just turnovers, ball bouncing their way, deep shot passes. They were able to kind of flex their muscle a little bit, and Jacksonville is kind of searching for answers here. So that's probably going to be the big thing: is what does Jacksonville do from here? You're 3-2. There's no cause for panic. Absolutely no cause for panic whatsoever. You just got to get back up on it. See, does Tyler King come back after a couple of weeks? Does Jimmy Robinson come back after a couple of weeks? Can you figure stuff out? You just gave up 62 points. You're wondering if that defense needs to get solidified a little bit. We'll see what transactions perspire for them. Same thing with Quad City. They're just rolling on all cylinders. Do you just keep that thing going? I don't think you change a damn thing if you're the Steamwheelers. And it's kind of showing right now. They are the one of 2 undefeated teams left, the only team with 5 wins. So that's where we have it. 62-41, Quad City 5-0. Let's go take a look at our bets, and we'll get on out of here. All right, so on a normal time, I would get up in the get-up and everything like that, but I'll just get the Monopoly money out because Winnipeg's playing St. Louis right now. But, -1.5 for Vegas. Yeah, we win. And a -2.5 for Quad City gives us even more money for the start of the week. And that is it for the first half of our recap. Jacksonville and Quad City, along with Vegas and San Antonio. We got another one, so if you're looking for that one, it's going to be in a separate video with Arizona, Northern Arizona, along with Fishers in Iowa. So if you want to go check out that one, I highly recommend you do that. Go do that. If you don't, and you just want to watch your favorite team or recap your favorite team, that's cool too. But whatever you do, I appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Any part of it means a lot to me. So if you want to, like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do, doesn't matter to me. And we'll just kind of move on from there. I'm going to take off here. I've got another recap and another recap to do after that. And then hope to God Winnipeg and St. Louis can play a really good game. So that's where we're at. Anyway, I'm going to take off here, guys. Love and appreciate every single one of you. I will catch you in the next recap video. See ya.